So today we have a horror story of 3 young people going out camping and it turned left.
Goes on a weekend camping trip but never returns.
And when was the last time you saw him?
So we all went to bed at 12:03. That's when we all decided to go to bed, and that is the last time we saw him.
They didn't know if they was gonna die. They didn't know if they was gonna be trapped in the woods. I want you to tell me what you think you would have done in this situation, because it gets scary. With that being said, go get your snacks. I seen one of y'all eating pizza last night watching my videos, so it made me get pizza. Now look, I like cheese pizza. I know I'm a basic, but look, and I know that's Little Caesars. Little Caesars good. It's not the best, but Domino's have too much grease. It's really good though. Pizza Hut has too much grease. It's really good though. Little Caesars pizza, it's like grease, but little to none. And I like M&M, so I wanted to try this. Look, sit back, relax, get your snacks. Oh, shout out Corex Kitchen.
Oh, he's coming. Pause.
Y'all already know what I'm about to say. Go get your snacks.
I just started off in your world.
We got Haley, Bailey, and Josh. They wanted to go camping in Kentucky. They traveled 2 hours to go inside of the deep woods for this camping trip. Now, Kentucky is a nice place to camp in. I know because I've been there. Waterfalls. I even took something called Take the Challenge in Kentucky. You had to make your fire. They taught you how to make a fire. You had to dig a hole. Once you make the fire, you got your own food. You cook from the fire, and you slept out in the wilderness, hearing coyotes and all types of stuff like that. And on top of that, I had to train and train hard. Look at this picture. Does it look like I'm having a good time? No, but I'm glad that I learned, because now I have good survival skills. I say all of that just to say yes, Kentucky is a great place to go camping in, and it could be very scary. Quick 15 seconds, I know I'm off topic. The reason why it also could be very scary is because when we was taking a path to go to the waterfall, they had all of these be aware of bear signs. Act big if you see a bear. And immediately, I got the vibe of that movie called Back Something. It's called Back Something. And the lady is basically running for her life from the bear, because I think she was going camping or hiking, and this bear would just stalk her and chase her and chase her and chase her. And I'm thinking about that the whole time in my head, and I was kind of scared. Back to the story though. Ross, you be yapping too much. Shut up. When Haley and Bailey and Josh got to their setup, they set up this one big tent. All 3 of them was gonna sleep in the same tent. Now Josh sleeping with both of the girls. Damn. Threesome. They had their s'mores. They had a good time. They had one goal, just to have fun. They didn't really understand and knew how creepy woods can be. So after they had their s'mores, after they had a good time in these woods, just vibing out, camping, playing music, dancing, as they land down in the tent, of course they heard some noises like Now, the first thing that you think of when you hear noises is it's an animal. It's an animal stalking y'all tent, walking around the area, sniffing, trying to find some food, whatever the case may be. But there was a problem. Somebody actually, I don't know who it was out of Haley, Bailey, and Josh, they got out their phone and they flashed their flashlight through the tent. They didn't open the tent and flash the flashlight. They just, because the noise was right outside of the tent. And once they flashed the flashlight from their phone, it was actually a human shadow standing right in front of the tent. Oh, I got the shit.
What?
The chills from that. Immediately, all 3 of them was like, hey, yo. Like, they not thinking that it's a scary encounter. They actually like, oh, hey, hi. When they unzip the tent and they go out to check on the person who was standing right in front of the tent, they see the person actually walking off. Mind you, when it was like, oh, hello, hey, hi, how you doing? There's people in the tent, actually. He didn't say nothing back. As they was unzipping the tent, he just hurried up and actually walked off. So as they seeing this guy, he just walk off in the woods, zip the tent back up. At that point, that gave them the vibe. When you watch too much horror movies, it gives you the vibe. Like, hold on, the dude is creepy. Not to mention, we don't know if they have any weapons once they zip up the tent and go back to sleep. 2 people couldn't sleep. Bailey was knocked out, gone. Haley and Josh, they could not sleep. And you know how it be when you can't sleep. You just be like this sometimes, just looking in a pure darkness, or you just with your eyes closed, just thinking, trying to force yourself to sleep. That was them 2 for about 30 minutes until they heard the same crunching footsteps again. Now this time, Haley and Josh tell Bailey, wake up, Bailey. The guy is back. They did the same thing that they did at first. Got the flashlight, flashed to the tent. It's the shadow again. This time, it's 2 people It's not one anymore. And through the shadow, it looked like something is in this person's hand, but they can't tell what's in this person's hand. Now, they're scared. The people know that there's flashing a flashlight through the tent, but they still standing there still. So now, Josh like, go away. I do got a shotgun. Like just saying stuff. He didn't even really have a shotgun. Or maybe he did, because I really don't know if they had weapons or not, but I think he was bluffing. The people walk away because they heard the little footsteps in the distance. And what they did, unzipped the tent, got out of the tent, got their shit, and left. Now, as they was walking in the woods at nighttime, all they can hear is crunches. And they don't know if this crunch noise is an animal just running in the woods, but they think it's the people chasing them. So they run and they start screaming, ah! And you know how girls be sometimes when they run and they scared, ah! And so like they running, and eventually they get tired, so they just stop and speed walk while having a flashlight on and just looking back, speed walking, looking back, and they just sticking together, and their heart beating the whole time as they just trying to make it out of this woods. The thing is, they do make it out. They get to the car and there is a problem. They don't have the keys. They don't have the keys. Now this is a big problem. They took the keys when they left. They dropped them as they was running back. They dropped them as they was running to the car, or speed walking to the car, doing one of those situations, the keys fail. The girls say, we are not going back in the woods. Josh like, we have no choice. The girls like, no, we're not going back in the woods. So Josh go back in the woods by himself with the flashlight. By himself, they split up like Scooby-Doo.
I think we better split up, gang. Daphne and I will...
hell no. You're just trying to Daphne again.
No, I'm not.
They split up like Scooby-Doo. So now Josh, while the girls wait by the car, mind you, the guys could approach the girls while Josh is away, or something could happen to Josh because he's by himself in the woods. But Josh got his flashlight from his phone and he's taking the same trail that he and the girls took to get to the camping site. They left their tent, everything. They didn't even care about that. So he's just walking and looking for the keys while also being hella paranoid. And when you in the woods and something like, period, when you in the woods at night, you automatically think that you getting watched from creeps or animals.
Warning, if you feel like you're being watched, you are. But they are very dangerous and they are out to get you. If you hear loud rustling in the woods or see a tree that is suspiciously out of place, report it to a park ranger immediately.
It just feel like you getting watched. And Josh actually accepts his fate. As he's walking in the woods, he just expects somebody to come up behind him and just do anything to him. 40 minutes later, he's been searching this long, because when you're searching for something, you gotta, as you walking down the path, and it took them a long time to get to their site. I don't really know the exact time, but it took them a while. But he says 40 minutes. He finds the keys and he goes back. When he goes back to the car, he see Haley but don't see Bailey. He says, where's Bailey? She says, oh, she just went right there in the woods a little bit just to go squat and pee. Why she didn't pee right next to you? What you mean? Who's gonna watch you? But to spare her, they can see her. They can still see her, but it's like still. So she comes from the little spot that she was peeing at. I guess she feels very uncomfortable peeing around people. Some people have that. Some people don't like pooping in front of people. Not in front of people, but like around people. When you buy a friend's house, you don't want to use the bathroom, so you wait till you get home. Look, there was girls that hold their farts around their boyfriends that they've been with for a while. So I get it. Now remember, it took them 2 hours to get to the spot, so they're not about to just drive home. And they didn't even fully sleep. They got woken up by some footstep sounds and movements, so they tired. The plan was they're gonna get in the car, they're gonna drive some time like far away from these woods, and then park the car and go to sleep. And that's what they did. As they parked their car, they got comfortable in the car. You know, it's not that comfortable. It's a car. It's not like it's a big van or something. Morning hit, and that was their first camping trip story, and it turned into a horror movie. Literally. With all that being said, maybe someday I can take a group of my subscribers and we all go on a camping trip. But I do love y'all. Stay away from the woods. But I do love the woods. If you're gonna be in the woods, keep a weapon. Go as a group. And just know that there's always creeps in the woods. Always. Stay safe, and I love y'all. Bye.